Raise your middle and correct all you.
Well, we don't appreciate you sharing.
Sharing, ain't it? I've got it.
Yes.
I'll just shook your hand, so maybe I had it. It's just a head cold.
Yeah, sanitizer.
I think it's all this lovely weather.
Yes, it is.
Wait for tomorrow.
It changes.
Sirens have batteries in them for battery backup. Yeah, they should.
I thought they did, but
They should have. Cause they raised the price on them.
not for this year, I think
No,
it's for next year.
But it says for non-batteries.
No, they shouldn't have batteries in them.
So I need to call them and ask them what it's gonna cost me for batteries.
Well, that's that new company, yeah.
I mean, I like how they do their inspection, cause it's all broke down all the time.
For each one?
Yeah, they give a better report. I don't know if it's a new company, if they consolidated with somebody.
Somebody else bought into them, so I don't know how they did it.
That's, yeah.
I know the township that I came up from, Richmond Township, I believe. Then they were battery backed up, and I think it was, they recommended every so many years the batteries need to be replaced as well.
Yeah, that's what I remember, that's why I just wondered.
Hello.
I thought there was like 3 of them.
Anything else I need?
If I remember
No,
right.
it's just
Yeah.
for people to.
I don't wanna.
No, there's
sign a
one
contract,
in this.
but
There you
Let's
go.
go ahead for the 475 and then have them come in and say, well, we gotta give you 3 batteries.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nobody changed
$475
this year.
to $1,500, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
It's at the right time.
I noticed, you said.
Remember?
This year is how you slide down.
You remember?
Those, yeah, those. I didn't pay
Probably
those.
not. What?
Yeah, it was-
Huh?
It was
The road the other day?
bad. I really, I like my cheap,
You forgot
I
already,
like my
didn't you?
cheap one way better.
Yeah.
Remember talking to you, Jefferson Road?
Huh?
Yeah, look, Jefferson, we talked about, yes, yes, correct, yes. Yes.
Are you doing this down the road? Okay. Did you have a chance to look at this?
probably. It was,
You just got it today?
no, I haven't looked at it.
Okay, it was on your, okay. I didn't know if you sent it or
It must include the batteries for all testing and lights anyway, cause it listed on here. Just don't give me a price if we have to change. I didn't make copies of that one.
You know I circled that,
Circle of those.
that one. I'm here.
Oh, I didn't know. That's getting scary, I shouldn't be faking like you.
Are we gonna talk about this, or is this just information?
it's just informational. I didn't
Okay,
kind of
I have
know if
a
they
question
think about
for,
No.
Gary.
do you know this? Have you seen this?
What is it?
It says North Branch Township Ferry Road Network, and then it's got a map with some ratings on the roads.
That's gotta be something the engineering and Beth is doing. I haven't seen that.
We got it for the
Okay.
township, the county, and the state.
It's gotta be something that Beth is process.
Oh, okay, so you haven't seen it, so there's no plans to take care of these roads that are in poor condition?
Not that I'm aware of. That's
Because
above
that's
my
my
pay
problem.
grade.
You look closely on that one map, M90 is 4 shape, the whole ship, whole thing.
Is what?
Yeah, I know, but I don't understand.
It's rated in real poor condition, M90.
No, that's not M90, that's Burnside Road.
No, the one that's going east and west. On the map, the yellow one. Look at the.
That's it,
go-
that's
Go to
Burnside.
another one, there's another map.
Oh, I haven't
there.
got to the other one yet.
There's one in there, they just paved the street in that there.
Oh, I see,
That's
okay.
one they just redid.
It's just they raised the price
Huh?
on it. It
Okay,
used to be $250.
Or is that fire extinguisher?
It should
is
be-
this,
It
okay,
Should be.
I just got it today.
I know, but they
It
just
used to
did
be
that
250
section, how could it be
and
very poor?
$475.
That's what I told Paul, they must not have updated the maps.
But they do
Yeah.
a decent job on it.
Well, then what's the point of the whole thing?
I don't know.
I just
Close
didn't
in
know
the
They don't
corner
think we
is
know
done
this.
by a committee.
So we only drive on the, yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
I know, it's pothole.
I noticed the people on the Lapeer discussion and North Branch discussion complaining about them.
I got the big map for the road, if you want to see where that area was. If anybody wants to look at the roads.
Did you fix that one?
Actually,
That'll make Paul happy.
I just thought it was kind of corny. after the-
most of the roads are in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Or less half anyway, not a road people that.
Not Burnside from Lake Pleasant from them,
The bad people live down there.
the bad people.
That's not even on the books.
You changed the culvert so you could repave it and then they dropped it.
I didn't drop it.
Somebody dropped
People
it.
call order. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Deshetsky,
Here.
Curell,
Here,
Jensen,
Here.
Kreiner. Walker is absent.
We got a chance to look at the
Which one?
agenda.
Agenda.
I think I was one, there's some pretty big ones.
Motion to approve.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment?
Nobody?
Okay, we'll move on.
I'll look at it for a minute, you're more than welcome to,
Even that big map, you're more to look at them, whatever.
or later.
I'll take a peek at it.
Yeah.
After the meeting, yeah, thank you, Bill.
Approval of the consent agenda?
Motion to approve with discussion.
Second.
So on the finances, and most of them, I don't have any questions that any of them are right or wrong. I've highlighted some other areas where I think for budgeting for next year, so I kind of asterisk whatever that means. We really need to look at, most of them were way over budgeted.
Right, you need to change them.
You
Yeah,
see what I'm
moving it
saying?
around, yeah.
Some of them we haven't even spent a dime on.
Mhm.
Elections this year, okay, we'll have two.
Yeah.
And it goes to the budgeting day. Because this year we didn't spend any money, didn't have election.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so, do you know if they're gonna have the 9 or 10 days,
Yep, it's at Deerfield.
so, yeah.
So, and that last time that happened, it did not cost us anything. Deerfield was able to get a grant and they covered like the wages for that.
And the equipment,
Yep, and they have the equipment and all of that was covered. So, who knows this
right,
time?
who knows?
Mhm. So,
And then in the planning commission, I, register, we budgeted, memory says 2,500, has there not been any money paid out?
they get paid once a year
Okay,
and I think it's in May.
Yeah, it should be, man, fair
Yeah.
enough. They just got all the meetings and everything.
Mhm.
the only questions I had, kind of a comment. And you answered that one, I had that one, I think.
Everybody's in favor of it?
I,
Hi,
Aye.
Jolene, I have a question. Budgeting is next month, correct?
It starts in May and then it gets set at the beginning of June.
Oh, so it's May is the meeting when we discuss it all, okay.
It's May is when we discuss wages and that kind of thing.
Okay, all the new business, roads. You got an agreement in front of you on, for Patrick Road, the tube's failing, it cost us $5,000. Need to know if we can,
Huh?
gotta prove it or,
yeah, have we used all of our allocation? I'm sure we have.
That was my question.
I didn't
I
look.
believe so, but I'll double check, cause I know we got a new one.
Right, starting July 1.
I'll have to check.
If
Yeah,
we not, if we
whatever.
haven't, we should.
Yeah,
I
we
think
use
we
it.
used it because I
I
think we
think
just
so.
had to make a payment to them for something else.
We'll check with them though, cause sometimes they forget us.
But we'll just bring their bill a little bit.
It's 5,500 for the culvert. If we have allocation, we'll put it towards it.
Okay.
If not, we'll take a road budget fund.
Do we have a motion to do it?
I'll move that we, sign the agreement.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Willie and I went through the roads a little bit today. I asked Caleb to get us a price on changing the tubes out on Jefferson Road, where the asphalt is. The tubes are starting to fail,
Mhm.
and I know he put the grant in for that.
Yeah.
Even if we don't get it this year, whatever, we wanna get the tubes changed out so it all settles in, and when they blacktop it again, it don't cave in. So I asked him to get us price on that and then some gravel for the road.
Are there any other tubes on that road that need to be addressed, do you think?
Caleb's gonna go through and make sure.
He will?
Yes, he's gonna check them all.
Why we're gonna rip it?
Oh, yeah, we're ripping it apart.
Sure.
Definitely.
I wonder on the corner of Elm Creek, that's a pretty good size tube also.
I told him to check it, cause like I was telling Gary earlier, where the curb is, it's doing that, so what's up with it? We're gonna tear it apart, let's make sure. But anybody have any questions on the roads? Hmm? Good. So no for now, good. Jolene?
Okay, you have in your packet, the bids for the computer, the cabling and the server. I think when I told you guys before, it'd be easier to go with one company for all of it, so however that works out. and then there's a, the breakdown sheet looks like this. We finally got the bid back from DC3. And, so we can make the decision.
It's this packet, there's no, nothing additional, correct?
No, it's the
Right.
same job, it's just
Right.
more
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah, this is the one that you just got, the most recent one.
Unfortunately, it looks like JVC priced himself out.
Yeah. They did answer my call yesterday though,
Good.
when I called them, which
That's what I
was
said, they
great.
wasn't a bad company,
Right.
but I can't justify that cost difference.
Well, that's true, and I did some research with the treasurers and, the other township treasurers and municipality treasurers, and there's only one other one that uses VC3 in the whole county, and they're looking for somebody new because of the price and the service. And then there's the,
For the price, I just can't justify that. I mean,
Right.
yeah, but they had the exact same problems that we did with it, and then the price is, it's
that's
really,
unreal.
yeah.
So, and I did talk to some of the other clerks when at our clerk meeting, and they had switched from VC3 to somebody else, and they said it was pretty flawless. The IT department that you go with, that's what they do. So they couldn't tell you why it worked or how it worked. As long as it works.
Oh, yeah.
And they
that's
said
all
that
good.
it was not a problem, switching over.
Unfortunately, sometimes changes are worse than.
It is. Change is hard.
But for 16,000, we might
Yes.
have to bite the bullet.
Yeah.
Well, we got to.
I'm assuming we have to have cabling.
Well, they need to fix the cable.
You don't
a little
have
bit,
to?
But we don't have to do it right now.
Right.
The system will work, it's just, I don't know if you've ever been in the back, it's just a cluster of wires that go down
It's,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So the cabling probably does not have to be redone.
It doesn't have to be done right now, and I did talk to, Aberdeen at MCEC about it, and, because I'm not an IT expert, I asked, is something gonna blow up if we don't upgrade the cabling, and they said no.
A lot of that cabling ain't real old, is it? The blue stuff ain't terrible.
Right.
Well, since
It's
we
not-
got the last computers, what, 7 years ago, Marie, did I say that?
But
was the last
7 or
time
8 before I came, yeah.
Yeah. So, we can do it without the cabling.
I'd say it's almost a little over
It might,
5 grand.
the thing is, while they're doing the computers and everything, they're gonna have to set everything up again. If they did the cabling at the same time, it probably would be easier for them to know where everything is than to come back in and tear it all apart again to redo it. That's my only thought.
Yeah, they did say that. Easier on them to do it all at one time than to come in and, like Marie said, take it all apart and do it again. But they do it. It's what they do.
But that's a small amount compared to the total
To the
cost.
computer,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
rest of it, yeah.
5-ish.
To the server, yeah.
Yeah.
The server's the big one. But it's very much comparable to what the library had theirs done. They got a grant and they had theirs done, 2 years ago, maybe 3. It was $20,000 then. So we're not looking at that, at much of an increase at all. And theirs was servers, cabling, and, I don't know if they had computers included in that or not. I can't remember, but I know they did have a new server, and they did get cabling taken care of.
So just money alone, there's a big difference, all of them, twice as much, and then $5,000 cheaper.
And the CEC we're looking at, the village has not had good luck with them.
So my questions are, my first question was, what are the recommendations based on, your research, the people you've checked with, the village, the county, other people? And those are my questions, you guys already answered them.
And Aberdata and CEC, both of them, you don't have a yearly contract, it's just month by month. BC3, you sign a yearly contract and then you have the monthly amount too. I don't know if there's
Where
a,
are they from?
Seawing.
Zealand?
yeah. And
So
we have
they're
our
both
phones
kinda
through them,
locals.
yep.
I have a better feeling about Aberdata at this point in time than CEC. And I know it is a little bit more money, but they're having trouble getting service right next door to their office, I don't think we'd be in much better, that we'd have much better luck, so. And Aberdata has been very good so far. And I know,
Correct me if I'm wrong, is that who we have our phones with yet?
Yeah.
Also now?
yes,
Yeah.
and there was one town, no, it's a village of Elmont that switched over to Aberdata.
Aberdata, yep.
And they're very pleased, the village of Elmont. And then they were asking me who we were thinking about, and I gave them the names, and they all wanted to know where Aberdata was from. Because there are some that are, that are thinking about switching, especially the one that still has VC3. My other thought is that if nobody if everybody's using somebody different in the township, then BSNA must not be that hard to work with, because not VC3 isn't doing everybody. So, if other companies can work with BSNA, then, I don't see any reason why Aberdata couldn't too. And that, obviously, they already are if they're doing it now.
It's just software, and then certain gear people is to be able to figure out software.
Yeah.
So do they have a recommendation for one of them?
I wanna go with that, I would prefer to go with Aberdata. I will make that a motion.
Without the cabling?
I would prefer to have the cabling included. I would like to see it all done at once, personally, because depending on, if we decide we have to do the cabling, we're gonna have, who knows when that can happen, because I don't want them coming in and shutting everything down during tax seasons.
Okay.
So my thought would be get it done, yeah,
Good. Go ahead and do the one, then I'll have questions.
okay, I made the motion,
Okay. Including cabling.
yes.
Okay. And then you second it with questions?
Go, somebody second it, and then I have questions before we vote.
Okay. All right.
Did somebody second it? Okay.
Ken.
So, on the cabling issue, have they already looked at our cabling and said we need it, or we don't need it, or don't, until we get
Everybody
into
that
it?
comes in here says we need it.
And Aberdata did, when they were looking at our phones, and last summer, we were at that time talking about switching over, and they looked to see what we had.
Yep.
And then gave the ideas on how they could fix it. So it's not a mass of wires and mess back there.
What was your comment, that we don't need cabling?
You don't have to have it, no, but
Don't have
considering
to?
the cost of it, and, it's a mess because we've been
I
add
don't-
on and add on and add on.
It's piecemeal.
Right. I like doing things once.
Yeah.
Correctly, as much research as we can do.
And it
Without
might cost
coming-
more to have them come back, so.
It
since
needs
you
to be
already
done.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
It's a clean slate.
There's a
I mean,
lot of
what
wires
we've
back
got
there.
works, but since they're doing it, if you're gonna do it right,
Well, there's wires back there in there from when we had the old phone system.
yeah.
And they're already doing the phones, I assume there's wiring for the phones.
Yes, right.
So they aren't gonna-
New ones.
No, we're not getting new phones. Our
No,
phones
no.
are great.
The wires, sure they'll run all new wires for the phones.
They're not gonna mess that up,
Right.
is what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
And if they do, out where they fix it.
Yep, yep, definitely.
Any more discussion?
I have no more.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, and then we have board appointments, this is the list, and they're highlighted. We needed to, under Board of Appeals, we should have reappointed, Michelle Peel at the last meeting. So I can correct the minutes, with that one, if we're all in favor of reappointing her.
Reappoint whom?
Michelle Peel,
Okay.
so I'm making that motion to reappoint her. I need a second.
Oh, I was looking down on the planning commission.
Board
That's
of
one.
Appeals,
The Board of Appeals.
yep. I skipped to the middle, just to keep you on your feet. I just need a second,
I'll second.
thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then up
I'm
on,
not opposed, but I'm abstaining.
okay. Understand. Okay, and then under planning commission members,
Okay, I missed something. On Roseanne Clark, did we have to,
oh, I should probably finish the middle before I go up to the top, you think? Okay, sorry about that.
if you were on that one?
Might as well. Okay, and, her,
I'm assuming they all still wanna do it.
yes. So her reappointment needs to be redone March of 2026, and hers will be done March of 2029. So we need a motion in a second to reappoint her,
I'll move to reappoint Roseanne Clark.
and I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we can go up to the top.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Okay, so Kevin Kreiner, he needs to be reappointed March 2026. His term would go through March 2029. So I need a
I make a motion that both of them be reappointed.
second. I need a second.
We already did Michelle, right?
No, we did Michelle for
Oh,
Board
Board
of
of
Appeals.
Appeals, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to abstain from this one too.
Okay, I'll second it, for Kevin, and then,
All in favor?
Aye.
okay, right, and then
Yeah,
for,
Michelle be the
Michelle
same,
Peel.
except for poison stand.
okay, and I'll second it, and Marie's gonna, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then Maria's. And then down under the Board of Review members for a 2-year term, we need to reappoint an alternate. Mr. Gravelin is
Not
not.
reappoint, we need to find one.
I
Oh,
got two
right.
of them actually.
Okay, okay,
They're gonna be alternates right now. One is, Luke Tate,
okay.
and the other one is Tina. You know what her last name is?
Tina Custer Cannon.
Yes. You know what it is?
Tina?
Yeah, man,
Tina
look
from
it up.
where? Custer Cannon.
Question.
Oh,
Ice cream Tina.
I've seen her name on Facebook, I don't know.
Poor thing, she doesn't have a last name. So, okay, but we don't, Bonnie, we don't have to do anything on the alternates right now. Do we have to go
No,
on?
you don't have to, they're done now until next year.
Okay, okay. I'll find out Tina's name though and add her to
We can
this.
take care of that next month.
Okay. Okay, and then in your packet, we signed this, for the Bottom Creek Resort for their liquor license, and they came back in and they added under, for the following licenses, they added and brew pub license. So, all they had to do was initial that, so I just did it. It's an
We're just
update for you
updating.
guys.
Didn't we talk about that?
No.
Of adding group up?
Well, we added one thing, and then they come back and added a little bit more. They
Yeah.
changed it around is what they did.
Right.
They didn't add.
Okay, I have
So-
a question.
Mhm.
What's the difference between a liquor license and a brew pub license?
think one of them's got like beer, the lines of beers, and the other one's like the hard
Oh,
stuff.
so the brew pub, okay, the liquor license, yeah, that would just be your, and your brew pub would just be to be able to sell beer. So,
Different beers.
so they need both of them.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't think they knew that either. And then their lawyer looked at it and was like, it had to
Motion
have both.
do we need a motion to add that?
We just kind of just.
A
No, it
motion
was-
to approve it?
I don't think so.
No?
I think you
We
need.
still
can
I
have a
think we
motion to
better,
approve it.
yeah,
Let's do it.
Even though I already
And that's
initialed.
important when it
Okay.
comes to liquor and stuff
Okay.
like that.
If you initialed it, but
Right.
you want our backing, so we better have.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. I just didn't want to get called out because I initialed it. Okay.
Add as presented.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then do you want to go over the township planner?
Did you put the letter back in there from Caitlin?
No, I did not. It was in last month.
Yeah, cause last month Caitlin gave us that cost, for doing the audit on the planning commission's ordinance and all the changes they're making, cause we're gonna re-adopt it. And Joe says that's not his expertise to do that, it's not part of zoning administrator duties. He said it because of all the state laws and everything, that it needs to be reviewed by a planner. And she is with Wade Trim, and, she used to be with Rowe, that's who we used to have. But now Joe says there's no point getting a bid from Rowe, cause he says they're overloaded and they're already putting stuff over on her, cause we only have a couple planners in the county, you know. And, so Joe, he talked to you, did he, Kenny, about his recommendation that it works
He
good?
did, yes. Did anybody, is the planning commission good with it, or you asked them?
We've started to touch on it at the last meeting, well, we had to leave, but, the planning commission's goal is to get this thing adopted, you know, and we need to move along, because,
And what we're talking though is a one-time project.
yes,
It's
she's not
not a
gonna be with us
contract.
all the time,
Yeah.
and she's not gonna attend meetings like we had before. This is just to do the ordinance itself, and,
She was pretty timely when she was
She was.
doing.
I
with
asked her if
Rowe.
we would be able to get moving on it, so we could possibly move the public hearing, maybe depending on the planning commission's next few meetings. I'd really like to get the public hearing.
She's
back
just
to-
gonna read them and make sure it's legal and all that, but
And the things
Yes.
that's added that may not be, able to be enforceable,
she's not
or
gonna
things that we
change it
need
the way
to
it
add.
was before.
She is on her toes,
No, I mean, she ain't gonna
But she
change it
doesn't-
the way it was before.
No, we're not doing flip pages, we're gonna go with the same format that we used to have years ago, that's more user friendly. And so she knows that we don't want anything with the format, we just want her eyes on it to tell us if we made any mistakes or things that could be challenged in court. Cause you know yourself, if you get challenged in court, you can spend almost as much what she would charge to do the audit.
Did she tell you how long it was gonna take? I just don't wanna get back into what.
That's what I just said. We said that we wanted to go to public hearing by June, so that means
So
she
it can't
can't
be
get
that
on it right away. But she can start working on the draft of what they are putting together as we go along, so if she has any input as far as final changes, she can bring them to them. And she will come to the board, the planning commission, once she gets her audit done, and explain why she might not agree with what they've done here and what they need to add there, or what state law would interfere with what they.
And then the planning commission, they always have the option of saying, no, we don't like that.
As far as what? It's
Something that she said, yeah, if she recommends changes, they don't have to adopt them if they don't
She's
want to.
probably not going to recommend changes to what they've done, she's
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna put eyes on what they
And-
have
And
changed.
possibly have wording.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes, something like
Gotcha.
that.
So are you saying that we have to have a planner and not a lawyer on
We'd
the?
never get it done with a lawyer, and the lawyer, even though they know laws, they don't have the same expertise as a
I
lawyer.
understand that, but the planner doesn't go to court.
No, but,
Their job though is to make sure that what is
I
there can go
understand.
forward, yeah.
I'll wait till Jolene gets back.
and And we wouldn't ask her to do the zoning map, because that doesn't need to be done at this time, that $2,000, just the audit. She will, you got a copy of that? I don't know. Oh, there she comes. I think she was getting a copy of the proposal.
So they was waiting for you.
We were just talking about the planner, the lawyer, and the new updates. I have a, not horrible, I don't know her as a person, but her reputation, what she has done in the past for this township is not good. The vast majority of the majority of the planning commission do not want her as our planner.
They don't want her as a permanent planner.
As what?
Not permanently to go like she did before,
Okay,
but Michelle doesn't know, and she thinks it's a good idea to have an audit done on it.
the audit is already done, correct? No.
That's what we're talking about, is having Caitlin do the audit only
Audit on, okay, I missed that. Audit on what?
on the changes.
On the changes you've done,
Okay, on the new ordinance.
and she will work
Manual,
hand in
we'll call
hand
it.
with Joe, who also knows, state
Right.
codes and things. But Joe says he would prefer, he worked with her, they could do it a little bit faster. The planning commission is not in favor of doing a lawyer, because we have not had good.
No, we ain't doing that lawyer, no.
No, and,
Also, correct.
yeah, so, I mean, we just want to have first eyes on it, so that we know when we move forward, if we get challenged from anybody from the public or whatever, we've had a professional look at it, and we know that, what they're doing will stand in court, we're not.
Most of the time, they know the laws anyway. I'm sure they work with lawyers that.
But then after she would be done with the audit, I mean, they would have very little contact with Caitlin herself. She would attend a meeting if they requested her, and she will when she does the final determination of anything to be changed. But that will be the end of it. She will not change the format or, anything like that. But my thought is, this has got to get headed up. We've got to get to the end of it and get this ordinance re-adopted, because we have got people out there waiting for changes, and we're not moving on until we get the ordinance adopted. So,
And we stated that earlier, if there's people that are waiting to bring it before the
especially
boards,
accessory buildings, that's the big thing that one big.
Yeah, that guy called me
They
the
have
other
it.
day.
brought before, and it should be addressed
And
immediately.
why if that's gonna cause any more problem with marijuana, I don't know. That's why we changed it at the beginning, was because if we needed to put a stop to these accessory buildings out in nowhere land and, becoming marijuana stations,
No,
I don't-
that didn't work.
Well, we got them almost all cleaned up.
The only reason they left is from the economy aspect, that it wasn't worth the money.
Right,
That's the only reason they
Well,
left.
partly, but the other part was our board stood firm, especially those two tough ones.
On a couple, sure, because we denied them the
Yeah.
amperage.
If the planning commission wouldn't have stood firm, they'd still be there. So that's
Nope.
where,
Disagree, 100% disagree, based on economy.
well, on the economy, but I mean, it would have helped them,
They would still be doing it
But we still
It's
defeated,
legal or illegal,
we
period.
defeated our purpose even
You're
with that,
fooling-
because after the
you're
recreational
kidding yourself.
marijuana came through.
That's
they
right.
They're gonna
still-
hold a gun to
What do
everybody's
we wanna
head
do
and
with
do what they
Caitlin?
want.
okay, I move that, we hire Caitlin to do that audit, one-time project, get it done.
Take a roll call If you get a second.
Okay, I'll second that. Okay, Deshetsky,
No.
Jensen,
Yes, I just wanted to.
Kreiner, yes. Curl,
Yes.
I just hope she proves me wrong.
Yeah, I have reservations, I won't say I don't, because I was here when we
But I
dealt with
want
it
it done,
before.
because I'm tired of people calling me, asking me if they can
Right.
do this, and this.
And we're kinda under a rock and a hard place because there aren't any, so we'll just get it, yeah, if we get it done, then we're done with it.
okay.
Touch that one, Brown, it's there. The next one, there's nothing to discuss on that one. It's already been taken up.
Oh, yeah, that one's crossed off, letter H.
Yeah.
But I do wanna address some more on the roads. We need to decide on the brine and grass cutting. The brine, the cheapest one was $22,750. So it's $22,000 every time we have it done.
Brian?
Brine, that's the cheapest one. And that's through the road commission. You wanna see that?
Is that 3 times?
No, we're only gonna do it twice, we only do twice.
I make a motion that we use the less expensive, which is the road commission at, we have a number there, $22,750 per brine, max brine 2.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
And, let's grab what I want to go. The other one's grass cutting. I'd just soon stay with, Randy Green. And his bid was, where did it go? $58 per cutting, for a double cut. Or we can go down to a single for $4,000.
Before we take it, I have a thought on that, I'm sure it would Ken. And looking forward, I think we should include the brush axing. I said that wrong, so axe, anyway. Tree trimming with a big hog. Every 3rd year-ish with a done properly. And when it is being quoted, it should be quoted to a footage from the edge of the road. There's no reason that can't be done. The last time it was we approved the brush axing, say it was 5 years ago, I don't know. It was done horribly, okay? For the Taj Mahal equipment that is running, it should be done very well. Here's a thought. Only do roadside mowing once a year, late June, early July. Therefore, saving money every 3rd year, do a major brush axe at a tune of about, if I remember right, I think it was $32,000 to do. And that year, okay, you'll do a roadside mowing, 2 passes, and the brush axe. Just a thought. It might not work. It might be a bit horrible idea.
Well, I
So
don't
they
think
do
it'll
one
work
year.
just for the reason we let it go last year a little bit longer than we normally do. And the people just
It was
screamed.
bad.
Cause the
Especially
intersection
the
got to where they
corners.
couldn't
Yeah.
see.
So, okay, with that in mind, let's do the intersections.
Or either that or go down to maybe at the intersections, do just a single cut and.
Cause
That's
like,
what you saw.
so say my road, for instance, as I'm gonna go out on the Burnside, okay? That's not the responsibility of this side mowing person. Is that true or false? Isn't that Burnside Road?
Burnside's primary, so.
So Burnside, when they do it, they'll come down the edge of 5 Lakes Road and come back out. What should be done?
It should be done, yeah.
Not just keep it straight and,
It
No.
wasn't them roads that I was having the problem with, actually, it was
Just
the
around the corner.
dirt roads. Like, Martis and
intersection of a
Cedar
dirt
Creek and
road.
stuff, them was where they were screaming. People-
Because as I
get it,
do
people can't
hay,
see.
Hay grows rapidly till the end of June.
Leaving the switchgrass is just,
And then when you cut it,
yeah, it dies.
it does not come back high for the year. That's my only theory.
So are you proposing then that we do the brush axing this year?
This year or next?
Okay.
It's the thought.
Okay,
It's a thought. We haven't got it quoted.
this is my thought.
Go ahead.
We've talked about policies, and that probably would
The
be.
what?
Policies.
Policy.
Yes, we need to work on our policies, because you wanna do that every 3 years. That should be a policy.
That's
It's
what I'm
not
saying.
written
That's
anywhere.
a suggestion for,
And then put in a
yes.
book so that
A
we
plan.
know. Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. So when you come up with a solid plan, let us know and we'll work on getting it
I'm
a
looking-
policy.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
we make notes of that, we'll keep.
But I'm
track.
looking at it for an opinion also as we talk about that. Maybe it's a bad idea. Yes,
Say
because.
you go with just the once a year on the mowing, then you should make it as needed, cause some years we do have.
It may
Depends on the
rain
rain.
more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fact.
So if you said as needed, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room if you do need to do a second one.
That's fine, as long as we can actually do another one if we need it, 'cause
Yeah.
I just know last year,
It's like the
Not
grind,
opposed to
that's
that
a
at all.
supervisor.
That's a good idea.
It's bad too, they kept calling.
Approve one, and in the motion, I approve Randy Green. Our other allocation money we'll use other places.
definitely.
Of the tune of how much? You,
36,000
$36,000.
some odd dollars.
So you want a motion then to approve one with the option of doing a second as needed?
Yes,
I'll
and
make
do
that
it
motion.
late, last week of June.
That's up to you guys.
Well, we'll put it up as long as we can.
Yeah.
36,537,75 So we get a little bit of money. But that's basically the brine. That basically covers the brine.
Did you make the motion, Marie?
I did.
Okay, do we have a second?
Willie,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye?
Guess it's your turn, once you don't have nothing.
Can we look at then the policy? When should we look at that?
We don't have a policy, so we
We gotta
gotta write
make
one. At least I don't think so. We're
When
gonna look for the
when should we do that?
next meeting, whenever.
Okay. Fair.
Well,
I'd like to try that way. What do you think? You're on the roads.
Well, you need to do it.
Huh?
It's just, it's gotta be done. Oh, you mean the.
No,
brush
I'm
accident
asking
stuff?
him what
No,
he
we're talking
thinks
about the
as
policy.
Right.
he's on the roads.
No, it needs to be.
Is that a bad idea or
No, you can rotate it every other year, however you wanna do it. It just depends on how much you wanna spend in a year.
correct?
You can do 3 miles one year. Then go, you don't have to do the whole township in 1 year.
Are you
just
talking
rotate.
the brush axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brush action, you can rotate it. You
So
don't have to have the
I
whole
think it
township
needs
done in
some
1 year.
thought.
It does.
Some thought as
Look
to
around.
maybe a rotation or
Yeah.
something like he said, and then made a policy.
Okay,
Actually, because Green, he cut quite a bit of brush last year. If he come into the small saplings, he cut down, he just chopped it, was gone.
because yes, if that brush axing is not done, then we evolve to a problem where we have trees that big around again.
Well, that's why we got trees next to the road now.
It's cozy that
Until you get it. You got anything?
Do I have anything? I have a whole list. Okay, so we went over the principal, this,
Are we gonna do this siren maintenance thing? Siren maintenance?
oh,
What's that white shirt?
Huh?
I did that up there way early. It's the white shirt
This-
one.
No, not that.
this, that the siren maintenance is going up.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss that,
We didn't
no.
discuss it?
No,
I discussed it
It's
enough.
just a
with
discussion.
Willie.
no, it's just,
I just had a
it's just
circle
a
on our
FYI.
finance, what it was, I didn't know.
It
what
used to be
was.
$250 per siren. We had 3 sirens. Cost next year is going up to $475 per siren.
It hasn't gone up since
We've
2006.
We never need a siren, tornado siren in the state of Michigan.
No, not anymore, right?
I saw on the news that one of the news stations said Ann Arbor was gonna cancel theirs and get rid of all their sirens, and then they had the tornado down there. They're not doing it anymore. 'Cause they're
And it's
keeping
more
their
than that,
sirens.
it's emergency, correct?
Yes.
What would it go off for?
Well, right now it's just set for tornadoes, but it can be set off for anything.
Who would set it off,
Central Dispatch does.
knowing something's going on? Heaven forbid we ever have a war.
Sure. But do you need a motion on that?
No,
No,
I think
it's
it
just-
was just a
it's-
FYI
that's
thing
what I thought.
that we needed, yeah, cause we're not gonna,
No.
there's
we're
really
gonna
not
do
any
it.
options
We're
to
not
do
getting
it,
rid of
but-
the sirens. yet.
Right, okay. Alright, so the principle of governance, you got it last time in your packet, so if everybody had
read it
a
over.
chance to read it, if you, this is the fancy one.
Mhm.
You can sign it where your name is, so, and then we'll frame it and put it up.
Gonna frame
I'm gonna frame it, yes. It's,
it? I don't have a problem with it.
it's like a guideline, so, yep, okay,
It's our mission statement.
pretty, that's a good way of putting it, yep.
So,
Just keep us on the up and up. Did you have any questions, Willie?
I just had to put on participate in any decision activities for personal gain. We all live in the township. Even mowing the roads is a personal gain
That's true.
in a sense.
Mm-hmm,
That's my only question I had is on that one. But then if you read it at the expense of the best interest of the township,
Right.
it's still under the best interest of the town
Yes.
right,
as the whole.
Mhm.
That stuck out.
You
to me,
really
that's
can't
all.
benefit the township without benefiting each of us too.
Correct.
a little bit, yes.
right,
That's the only one that stuck out to me. I'm
Mhm.
in favor. of it,
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna put this here with the to be signed things, okay. And then, just an FYI, the library millage is up in 2027. So they are gonna put it on the ballot for this year. They haven't decided if it's gonna be in August or November yet. They're leaning towards August. So, just so you know that will be a millage renewal that will be on there. And we talked about lawn maintenance. And I gave you a copy of, this is the MyChem chemical exposure thing that is coming. I spoke with them today. And she said that they've been in contact with the DHHS. So they'll reach out to people. She said that they had sent out 1,200 just random letters. I haven't talked to anybody that's received them, but just to let them know that this was happening, and I'll put it on our sign. And I have extra copies out there. We have a clerk's meeting this week, so I'll take them to the clerk's meeting too. And she said they will be here from like 11 to 7. And preferably, I think they want people to make appointments, but they're not gonna turn anybody away.
Is the date on here that they'll be here?
I'm not sure if it's on this or if this is just informational.
March 28th, isn't it?
Yeah, 28, 20, yeah, they're here for 3 days.
When is it?
It's the end of March.
Which is soon.
It is, yep.
Yes, it's coming through.
And
Do we have a date?
we do, and I thought it was on here and it's not. I think 29th.
Yeah, very good.
It's
I'm pretty sure it was the 28th.
no, it's like the 31st, the
yeah.
1st, and the 2nd.
Yeah, cause it was when I wasn't gonna be in town, so.
Yeah, and that might be a bad thing too, I think maybe a lot of people will be gone on spring break.
Yeah.
And I think that was
So
it.
they'll be in the MV Township parking lot?
Yes, yeah, they have a mobile unit. So if any of you guys have any questions on it, this is what they do. And the state of Michigan has a mobile unit. They come in and they do, blood test, and then everybody gets their own results. It doesn't have anything to do with, the township doesn't get anything. And they test for different chemicals in your blood just to see, how that is rated. It's free,
And they give you a $75 gift card.
so why not?
You have to pass or fail to get that.
Just have to show up. Everybody gets a
Just
trophy.
saying. Don't,
Participation trophy.
too many
I just
substances.
saw it right
Out.
there.
So anyways, the information about this is, there's extra of these up there if you have any questions. And that's it.
Okay, so I have settlement tomorrow, finally. I gave you a little graph showing, how much was billed and how much has been paid. On the summer graph, that's the one with the purple and the blue, or excuse me, the maroon and the blue. We had 1,699 parcels paid, very close to the, just above 1,700 that I usually get. On the winter, which is the green and the blue, it was down about 100 parcels, my payments were. I did get,
There it is.
I probably have 10 or 15 that came in late, like some of them really late. And there may be other factors, but I collected 1,622 payments, parcel payments. Last year I collected 1,725. So that's where that is.
Now you get to breathe again here in a couple of days.
Yeah, for a while, a couple months. So I have to do IFTs, and that's my worst thing I have to do of the whole year is IFTs. The form is just a bear.
Really? Get in?
I've asked a lot of I asked this question a long time ago and I don't remember the answer. Like years ago. Other townships, like our rooms, are they available to rent for like a baby shower? That's just the only example I could have.
Some are, some aren't.
Do we have a policy
Policy.
about that?
Our
I-
policy says just for government meetings and for,
Right.
nonprofits, like, the thing is with the renting it, then you have to hire somebody to come in, open up, close up, extra cleaning.
You have to have somebody
Extra
clean
wear
it,
and
sure.
tear on your furnishings, and so in the past, we haven't, because they always have downtown that they can rent.
Have we ever been asked for?
Yes. Since I've been here, we've had a few phone calls on that.
To ask if we do run it, and we
Yeah.
say no.
My understanding was because the Masonic Temple, the Lions, and the American Legion are available, we didn't want to compete with that and to encourage.
And Deerfield Township,
And what?
Deerfield Township.
Right, but don't they get a kicker for being in the township to be able to use the building?
I don't know, I've never.
It is a little bit cheaper in Deerfield if you're a
If you're
a township resident.
resident.
Yes.
I mean, once we get the training center done, if we wanna do something, that'd be the best one to let run out.
The what?
Be the
Training
best one
center.
to do, we ain't got carpet in there or nothing, it'd be easier to take care of,
Oh,
maintain.
that,
Mhm.
Got a nice backyard that they can do things in.
What are you doing at the training center as far as getting it moving along?
Getting ready to have him come in and do the cement, that'll be the first step. The plumbing's already done in the back.
The plumbing is, so we're getting closer.
I just gotta get the specs for all the furnaces that are gonna be in there and that are being used on the gas line, so they make sure it's big. And then they'll come and do the gas.
so you're saying that facility back there, maybe,
Yeah.
could go that way?
Most definitely, that'd be the best one to
And
do.
then is that gonna have to be insulated too?
Yeah. Oh, we'll do it all up, right, we'll do a nice building.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be inside finished center, heated and all that good stuff.
Oh, well, yeah.
What do you call it, the what?
It's a training center for the
Training
firemen, what
center.
it is. but-
And then will you use
Yeah.
that building then for like the pancake breakfasts
Yeah,
and
thank
things
you,
where
breakfast
you
is-
So
won't
you don't
have
have
to
to
move
pull all
the
the
trucks out
trucks
and
out.
everything?
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea.
Nice. Does it have a kitchen?
It will.
It will.
It's all
Okay.
part of the kitchen.
Yeah, that would be
Okay,
great.
that
I've
would
already
be.
brought the sink up here that I had in the restaurant.
Mhm. There you go.
Just keep bringing it in and get it out of my garage.
So
That would be
did you
great.
guys develop a line item for,
Yes, there's 100,000 set
is
aside.
that per year or?
Well, right now, just use that first and then we'll go. We can get a lot done, cause,
There's
actually,
nothing been taken out of that yet.
he's
that
gonna
line
come up
item.
and do the cement work, all we have to do is pay for the cement. So that'd save us a good chunk. Rusty did most of the plumbing, he's just gonna, we gotta pay him for the finish stuff,
Right.
sinks and toilets and stuff. Other than that, he done all the plumbing for free. Not that I expect all of these people to come in and do things for free.
No.
That's good to know that that will be that type of a
So
facility.
that's
I
one
was
reason
thinking
why
it
we're
was
all
just gonna
set
be
to do it,
a pole barn where you did things, you know?
That's what I thought
We're
too.
gonna build a training tower off to the side of it. So we don't, it's like the other night, it was, our department in Deerfield drove to Lapeer. So our area was basically empty. You know, if we would've had a fire, somebody else would've had to come and take care of it.
Okay.
So if we build it there, all our surrounding departments here can come here instead of Lapeer.
Right.
And that money that we've been raising, we'll use some of it.
For you guys.
But, speaking of the fire department, I'm hoping to get that done. We have another guy that would love to join the department, and actually here tonight with us is Craig Phillips.
Thank you. And you guys have his information in your packet.
Yes. Anybody has any questions for him?
How long before he's like,
He won't go to school until next year. Probably October.
so he can't do anything?
Yes.
Oh, he
Oh, yeah,
can't.
we put him to work.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get some money out of it for him. Actually, he's already helped us around the department, doing some cleaning and stuff.
Okay, great.
So you need a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. Fine.
I'm good, I didn't prepare a report tonight.
Elm Street, Joe went out there and I don't know if he actually, what he did. He was gonna give them a temporary so they could start stocking, I guess. Did he do anything with it? You know?
He called me and told me that he had given him, I'm trying to think what his note, my mind's not on doing it. But he was giving him a temporary, but we discussed that he still needed to go back to the planning commission and get some things settled with them, because he can't, the temporary would only allow for stocking.
Right, that's what,
And the
that's his
health
first.
department said it was okay, but we could not give any kind of final occupancy until we get the state permit. And then there's one more important permit that's supposed to be coming in, it's the state issued it on a boiler. And then Rusty Bonner is supposed to be pulling a permit for the rest of that. So that's gotta be completed before we can actually think about a final. And then Joe told me that he wanted me to prepare a letter, to IFRAD saying what the planning commission might want. So I've gotta ask the planning commission Thursday, they meet, how they feel about what's left, because we still got the paving, and whether they're gonna have him do a bond for the paving. And then, the last I knew, IFRAD hadn't given anything to the road commission as far as specs. The road commission has started doing some measuring out there on their own.
That ain't the road commission.
Who is it?
That's the road commission's, and IFRAD's, they got the same guy,
Okay.
their architect, that's him doing that.
So they need to get that through the commission, so the planning commission needs to look at that. And then the planning commission, it's kind of fuzzy whether they had actually given them an extension for 3 to 5 years on the cabins. or whether, what their status on the cabins is, cause the cabins, Michelle keeps arguing if the cabins aren't done, it's not a resort, you know?
But they're the ones that put it in the minutes.
Yes, yes, so they've gotta clarify that, but I'm not writing Joe's letter for him. He can write the letter and I'll type it or whatever, but he's the one that needs to put in
Well, it
there,
needs to be in his stuff, yes.
huh?
It's gotta be in his words.
Yes, cause if I do it and then he's supposed to edit it, then he says, well, I don't want that in there, and
Right.
he doesn't tell me. So he needs to step up and do his own letters, and then I'll type them for him, and
Yeah.
he can say what he wants to say, and then I don't have to try to improvise what he wants to say. Read his mind, in other words.
No,
Yeah.
correct.
You know, I think it should,
Let
he should
him
do
jot it down,
Yeah,
just type it.
right, that's what I
Perfect.
think too.
Cause I gotta run out there sometime tomorrow and look at the fire, where the parking's supposed to be for the trucks. Can't block it out. Thought Joe was gonna do it. He didn't do it.
Then he probably should include that in his letter then too. That's not
Yes, because
done.
the planning commission would like for next Thursday, that Thursday, right? The 19th. Yeah, because we're getting to the May 1st, what they're in theory wanting to.
Right, and if we don't get those kind of things resolved with the planning commission, then
Correct.
we have no teeth later
Right,
on. if
something
he
needs to be
opens.
brought forward to us.
Agree?
What's that?
The planning commission needs to look at it and
For
say
sure.
exactly where we're at with it as far as their eyes,
Well,
right?
that's what we said all along. They've gotta give us our blessing before we can
Yes,
keep moving ahead.
because they're the one that gave the special land use. The township board has no right to do anything with special land use because it's provisions that's been authorized by the planning commission. So, but that's the most that they have to get. I mean, they're there almost.
Oh, they're
I mean, they
getting
just
there,
got to
yeah.
do minor things that needs to be taken care of, but we need to make sure that everything is stated and everybody understands, a clear understanding.
Great.
So, and they're hoping for May. He says he does plan on doing the cabins,
Yes,
because he plans on using that as a wedding, basic weddings out there, like a wedding barn too.
He's actually got some of the sites for the cabins, where the driveways and stuff go. He just.
On the other hand, you can only do so much at a time.
Okay.
It's physically,
He's done a lot in a couple of years.
Well, it's been overwhelming for him, I think,
For
once he
sure.
got into it. You can imagine that, the costs and inflation and everything.
nobody in this room that's done that kind of a project.
But he's still working on it. I know he's overwhelmed with it, so we'll get there.
The fire department's gonna have a couple of things. One's during the 4th of July. We're gonna have some bounce houses. That food vendors is coming up in there. It keeps growing, actually.
It's gonna be here,
Yes, it's gonna be in the back.
okay.
Cotton candy, popcorn.
Family.
It's a fairly fun day.
Give
Give
them
them all on it.
Bank called and asked if they could have a booth down there.
I am sure that there are businesses, other businesses downtown that would love to be involved.
They're more than welcome to. I mean,
Anybody's welcome to do it.
Is the contact person Tim?
No, don't contact him. Either
Okay.
contact me or whatever. Tim is just overwhelmed
Is he?
with everything else he's doing for us.
Okay, okay.
Get a hold of me or whatever, but anybody that wants to come down and set up a booth, you're more than welcome. And then we're having a pancake breakfast, 29th of March, and the proceeds are going to, I don't know how to say it, a member's mother that's got cancer, for her procedures and stuff.
Now, are they doing their side by side this year?
Yes,
When's that gonna be?
May 4th, I believe. Third?
They've got a lot scheduled.
Yeah, we do. We gotta just stay busy, if not, we're getting in trouble.
May 3rd, yeah, May 3rd is Sunday, May 4th is Monday.
Is it always, it's on Sunday, not Saturday? Okay.
Yes, May 3rd.
I know, I forget it's that too.
But hopefully we have a good turnout on May, or on July.
Oh, I think
I
it's gonna
think
be,
I think you're gonna have more than you're.
I think so too.
Yeah.
that you're prepared for maybe.
So, and we're trying to get a car show, and the car show would be like at the elementary school, so at least then everything would kind of like be down
Your
here.
walking distance,
It
if
would
that's what
be.
they want.
It would be perfect, so.
The office manager doesn't have nothing in
We didn't have any correspondence.
Public comment? Nobody?
I just have a question. When you say Joe, is that Joe Israel?
Yes.
That's
it
your
is.
zoning administrator? Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Next meeting is April 9th at 6 o'clock. I can get a motion to adjourn?
I move.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a nice night. It's a beautiful night. Don't put the snow, don't put the hot cloud.
Well, it says 1 to 3 inches, so you know. But then it's supposed to rain in the afternoon, so
It'll be a nice muddy mess.
it's gonna be a muddy mess, yes. I have to go to North Branch in the morning, and that's when it's gonna be snowing, but it's gonna rain at 1 or at 11 o'clock. I have to go to the pier, to the, stuff, to the county building, to
We'll
the.
be just stuff. You have anything on the third? We'll be just all your stuff. I'm going to put it in the file. You give a file for it?
No, I think I gave that back to you.
Yeah, I
So
just
do-
wanted you to file it in.
No, but I
I'll
can.
put it in.
I
It
can.
don't matter.
Okay, yeah, I will.
You do.
I think there was one in there. I
Okay,
haven't
that's what I
edited
was.
it before, so, yeah.
Say, cause I know I got the original one
And
there, but.
I mailed this back into them, even though, okay, this is one thing I need to do. And then you just sign it.